Hello and welcome to the Poetry Podcast. I'm putting this together on a bright and cheerful day in sunny Spain. Looking out my window, I can see the hills of Andalusia, and glinting away at the bottom of them, just over the roofs of the houses, is the sea. In a little while, when I've finished talking to you, I'll head down there and have a walk along the boulevard and perhaps treat myself to a doughnut. Eroskia. Hope I've pronounced that right. Either way, I can point to what I want. And I can use some of the coffee money you've sent me. Thank you. Walking back up the hill might just be enough to shed some of the calories. Well, it'll help anyway. So what do I have for you today? It's time to bring you the short poems from the Poetry P video prompt for March and April. It's fast become a favourite with poets, and if you haven't submitted before, do go and have a look at this month's video and put your poem in the comments. You can write as many as you feel inspired to. Linda will read them all and choose her favourites to be featured here on the podcast and in one of the journals. This is very important though. If you want to submit, don't send your poetry to me. It will travel into the ether and get lost. Linda needs to read it in the comments on the YouTube channel. So in March we had a beautiful little video from Anthony Lusardi's garden. A butterfly flitting from flower to flower. Thank you, Anthony. If you have a video you think would work as an inspiration, send it over. All videos should be in landscape mode and about 30 seconds long. So what poetry did you write? Let's find out. Monarch butterfly. Comfort messages on wings of hope. Monarch butterfly. Comfort messages on wings of hope. Jean Hill. Beguiling beauty, unbeknownst the magic it stirs. Beguiling beauty, unbeknownst the magic it stirs. Jeannie Harkamer. On tippy toes the tiger tail flitting flower to flower. On tippy toes the tiger tail flitting flower to flower. Tony Williams. Parting clouds, the sudden blaze of a swallowtail. Parting clouds, the sudden blaze of a swallowtail. Amy Watson. Flitting wings, the short life of a haiku. Flitting wings, the short life of a haiku. David Cox. Drunken noon, a tiger swallowtail rides the breeze. Drunken noon, a tiger swallowtail rides the breeze. Nina Singh. Exhilaration, a butterfly in the lee spoilt for choice. Exhilaration, a butterfly in the lee spoilt for choice. Paul Callis. The faint breeze from a swallowtail's wings. Summer's end. The faint breeze from a swallowtail's wings. Summer's end. Mona Bedi. Butterfly floats across borders. Mariposa. Butterfly floats across borders. Mariposa. Mary Oisun. Amidst pink and green, a swallowtail hides its succulence. Amid pink and green, a swallowtail hides its succulence. Lakshman Bulusu. Burning bright, a flying tiger flutters by. Burning bright, a flying tiger flutters by. Tracy Davidson. Spring colour, the cockatoo in her smile. Spring colour, the cockatoo in her smile. Madhavikari. Cathedral bells, a whisper of ruach on butterfly wings. Cathedral bells, a whisper of ruach on butterfly wings. Joshua Gage. Swallowtail flutters, daintily sipping nectar from each purple phlox. Swallowtail flutters, daintily sipping nectar from each purple phlox. Elizabeth Fletcher. The flower opens to the butterfly. I open to spring. The flower opens to the butterfly. I open to spring. Jennifer Gurney. Wasn't it lovely to hear poetry from old friends and new in this selection? And I thought I'd supplement these poems with a few more from Poetry P's annals. Here are some from Spring 2021. Running out of time, the butterfly. Running out of time, the butterfly. Roberta Beach Jacobson. Baby's dream, shadows of butterflies on a silvered lawn. Baby's dream, shadows of butterflies on a silvered lawn. Daniela Misso. From Journal 324, Tony Williams wrote this one for us. With me all day, the fleeting first sight of a butterfly. With me all day, the fleeting first sight of a butterfly. And from Winter 2020, ill, a butterfly pinned to the mattress. Ill, a butterfly pinned to the mattress. Mark Gilbert. Open field, yellow butterflies, yellow flower. Open field, yellow butterflies, yellow flower. Bob Carlton. Afghanistan, all the butterflies clinging to the last flower. Afghanistan, all the butterflies clinging to the last flower. James Young. So what of April's prompt? Well, April was a video my husband took while we were on holiday in Malaysia. A hot night on the island of Langkawi, and folks were out enjoying themselves. We'd had dinner at the local market. Can't remember what the dish we ate was called, but we all decided we would never have it again. Definitely the worst meal we had while there. But in fairness, the bar was high. The food in Malaysia is absolutely fantastic, and one of the highlights of our trip. But I digress. The video is a group of people dressed as a panda and as transformers, and they're all dancing away. They must have been so hot. And this is what you wrote in response. Concrete forest. Panda remembers the taste of bamboo. Concrete forest. Panda remembers the taste of bamboo. Samantha Pardo Irigoyen. In this dance, the ribbons of light, laughter's thread. In this dance, the ribbons of light, laughter's thread. Joanna Ashwell. Last panda, still moonwalking for tips. Last panda, still moonwalking for tips. Sandeep Chauhan. Boisterous lights, a star twinkles unnoticed. Boisterous lights, a star twinkles unnoticed. Lakshmi Iyer. A heart beats inside that robot. Daddy dress-up day. A heart beats inside that robot. Daddy dress-up day. Karen Harvey. Taking the robot to a whole new level. Taking the robot to a whole new level. Jennifer Gurney. Children jive with robots. A new dawn. Children jive with robots. A new dawn. Anne Curran. Adding oil to my saline drip. Seniors dance. Adding oil to my saline drip. Seniors dance. Reed Hepworth. Stepping to the beats of the street. Reckless abandon. Stepping to the beats of the street. Reckless abandon. Sarah Cavello. All puppets dance to the matriarch's tune. Age-old recipe. All puppets dance to the matriarch's tune. Age-old recipe. Amulya Kamalnath. Block Party. The Autobots' full dance card. Block Party. The Autobots' full dance card. Terry L. French. Transformers dancing, Bumblebee a bit out of sync. Transformers dancing, Bumblebee a bit out of sync. Richard Tice. Too great to pass up a chance encounter. Rhythmic robots. Too great to pass up a chance encounter. Rhythmic robots. Jeannie Harkamer. Young at heart, the Tin Man boogies. Young at heart, the Tin Man boogies. Melissa Dennison. Children enthralled by the lure of make-believe, movies come to life. Children enthralled by the lure of make-believe, movies come to life. Paul Callis. Fantastic poems, all of them. Once again, thanks to Linda for all her work in reading and responding to the poems. So how about a few more from Poetry P? From Autumn 2021. Beijing Zoo. She finds her life meme. A panda. Beijing Zoo. She finds her life meme. A panda. Christine Wenk Harrison. And from Winter 2020. Purple blossoms fall into a black blue sky. A giant panda. Purple blossoms fall into a black blue sky. A giant panda. Nikki Gutierrez. Not surprising maybe, but I couldn't find any Transformer Senryu in our work. Perhaps I missed something. So I spread my wings a little further and I found these poems in our speculative work from Journal 222. Factory line droids between their hands a spark. Factory line droids between their hands a spark. Tyler McIntosh. Bedtime, I click my heart icon to recharge. Bedtime, I click my heart icon to recharge. Paul Callis. And from our most recent journal, 125. Under pale red light of twin blood moons, clash of cloned robots. Under pale red light of twin blood moons, clash of cloned robots. Douglas J. Lanzo. The reassurance of Asimov's first law, our robot nanny. The reassurance of Asimov's first law, our robot nanny. Jenny Shepherd. Switching him to extra tidy mode, robot boyfriend. Switching him to extra tidy mode, robot boyfriend. Louise Hopewell. Then I thought it might be appropriate this time to ask AI to write me a Senryu or two about Transformers. Shall we hear what they managed? Robots in disguise rise from metal to hero, change the world anew. Robots in disguise rise from metal to hero, change the world anew. Silent robots, protection in their metal, peace through their strength. Silent Autobots, protection in their metal, peace through their strength. You know, it actually hurts to read them. Perhaps we're safe from AI for a while, but what we might not be safe from is the taking of the AI work and editing it into a fairly good piece of work. I think that's possible. It's going to be a right old headache, isn't it? Thank you to all of you mortals who took part in the video prompt this time. Remember to go and have a look at this month's and write something for us. It's a way to get your work out into the world. And thank you too for joining me today to listen to short poetry. If you'd like to read these poems, they will be in the next Poetry Pea Journal, out at the end of May. That's if I get a fair wind. I'm a little bit behind. If you want to be one of the first to know it's out, make sure you're on the mailing list. There are other good reasons why you should be on it too, but more of that another time. And of course, ISA and Busan members get the journal sent to them as part of their membership. So I'll sign off today and just ask that if you can support the podcast with a membership or a coffee, it does keep me in More Than Doughnuts honest. That would be much appreciated. And if you can't, perhaps you'd be kind enough to spread the word about us via social media. Let others know about this resource for writers. But most importantly, until next week, keep writing. And your mission for the week: don't forget to check the website submission diary, write some poetry for the video prompt, and maybe think if there's anyone you know who might like to advertise on the podcast. Ciao!